Be loyal to your future, not your past. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Samantha. So, what do we got going on tonight with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? Prices backwards a little bit, right? Coming in a little bit below that 11,400 area. People talking about whether or not we're in a bull market still, talking about Bitcoin, right? And whether or not it has a future, what's the true value of it? Is it going to crash? Are we going to go lower? What's the future of it? Are we going to see $20,000 highs once again? Personally, it keeps feeling like the same old, right? We got scams up. We got Bitcoin interest up. We have institutional money trying to possibly short Bitcoin. We have Bitcoin dropping backwards $1,000 and people are trying to continue to flood it out to nowhere. When you stop and you look at things like the mirror multiple coming in at 1.28 out of the normal 1.36. So for people that don't have enough Bitcoin, it's still a time to be accumulating, but the number is close enough to where it's supposed to be, where it keeps telling us that the bull market's right around the corner, right? And when we see all the problems we're continuing to have with government and banks and fiat cash as a whole, getting worse, right? 2020 is showing us that it's getting worse, and it's getting worse faster than anyone had anticipated. We see gold and we see silver climbing in value. It's just about taking a little bit of stock in decentralization, right? At the same time, there's many other things that you should be trying to do to figure out with your life. It's not about just, let's get some Bitcoin and see if we can use it to get rich. It's the same concept that you should be trying to figure out how to make a future for yourself, right? Especially in an ever-changing world. Utilizing Bitcoin as part of it just gives you more tools to work with. And you know who's here collecting tools with me? My lovely co-host, Sammy.
Good evening, everyone.
So what's going on over there, Sammy?
Fly tried to go in my ear. That was cool.
That's no good.
It's the woods, man. That's what happens.
So we got a new little kind of setup here. We thought we'd give it a try out, since why not?
What else we got going on, right? I mean, switch it up a little.
So you'll have to let us know how the mic is. I know the picture's probably not that good. The wire we have isn't working. I ordered another one. It's supposed to be here, but it's not. But I don't know. The mail's been all messed up lately, I guess.
Yeah. You also have the Autotopia hat on. Not the HODL.
Did I really?
Yep.
Oh, I forgot to put the Bitcoin hat on.
It is what it is, man. But we do have some people.
Awesome. Who's hanging out with us tonight? What do we got going on? What are you guys feeling about Bitcoin?
Paul Rouleau is here. He says good evening.
Rouleau. Nice,
Hi,
my
Paul.
man. I'm glad that you could join us.
The pothead.
The pothead. Awesome, buddy.
John from Malibu.
John from Malibu. Now we got a party started.
Oh, and Benton's here.
Benton, buddy. I'm glad that you can make it, my friend. Guys, hit the thumbs up, share the video out, same old routine. Maybe we can get some more people in the chat here hanging out with us tonight, discussing Bitcoin, trying to figure out what's going on with it. I mean, we do got the price down a little bit. Personally, I'm seeing things like people that I've newly started trying to get interested in Bitcoin, right? Because the bull market's coming. This is a point where I would be telling them to possibly pick up some, right? It's the same old buy the dip. I'm not buying the dip. I got plenty of Bitcoin. I'm not trying to say that every little $100, $1,000 retracement is a time, but if you really don't have a lot of Bitcoin, this is probably one of those times.
I mean, it's the catch-22, because yes, you never want to tell anyone how to invest their money, okay? Because that shit hits the fan real fast. So, that's why, I mean, everybody disclaims not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, but yes, this should be a good time. But yes, because if it doesn't work out, then, I mean, they're, they hate the messenger. Always. Oh, okay. So Vengeance says his whole, if for him it was, don't take my stuff. The resistance to seizure was one of the main things he liked.
Yeah, but then they still just get you. They blackmail you, right? The government tells you that they're going to throw you in jail, and they're going to throw away the key unless you go ahead and give them your Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, and then they'll go ahead, they'll knock a few years off, they'll knock a few $100,000 off their fines or whatever the case may be. But they leverage it against you. They use your freedom as a way to get you to give up your crypto. That's why we always see the people that are, busted from the black markets, that the government ends up getting a hold of their Bitcoin, and then you see the auctions where the blacklisted Bitcoin are up for auction.
Yeah, we did a lot of those. Year before? I mean, it was almost every other article. Some country was auctioning off their.
It's been a minute, but yeah, it was like a year ago where there was quite a few auctions that were happening on government seized Bitcoin.
Vention says that he bought the dip in 2014. We'll find that, Vention.
So I got a little bit of news tonight, a little bit of just what's going on. The first thing I thought I'd bring up was the IMF, the International Monetary Fund.
Oh, okay.
They put out that cryptocurrency video. Do you remember seeing it? It was like 2 days ago that we actually watched it.
Yes.
I thought that it was pretty informative, right?
Yes,
for people that are
educational.
Considering what their stance was, a year or two ago, about not really saying that, they weren't really looking at cryptocurrencies, to them having like a commercial video about it. It's just another one of those signs, indicator pointing towards awareness, indicator pointing towards adoption, indicator pointing towards more than 2.5% of the entire world understanding and holding Bitcoin, right? These are the things that tell you about bull markets. These are the things that tell you about the fiat price of Bitcoin going up. Kristen is here. Kristen, thanks for joining us.
And Cuddles found her way out of the peacocks, but it's still in with the turkeys. My Lord.
So what do we got going on in the chat? What's everyone's thinking tonight? I mean, is anyone freaked out about the price of Bitcoin being down? Is anyone seizing the opportunity to go ahead and pick some more up? Are we still eyeing $20,000 by the end of the year? Right? I mean, we're getting closer. September's right around the corner. So we got September, October, November, December. So we got 4 months left. Can we see it?
You know me, I'm optimistic, but
I mean, personally, I believe the days of $10,000 Bitcoin are gone. So, I mean, when we're looking at what we're looking at now, 11.4, 11.386 or whatever, it's just the retracement, right? 12.4, 11.4, 12.4, 13.4, it's how it goes.
Yes, that is how it should go. So
I mean, there's bounce around, sideways action, Bart Simpson's, bull flags, all the other stuff that we talk about. But it's this ideal that over a period of time, Bitcoin does not slide backwards.
Yes, and we have put in a nice chunk here. Like, it has been a nice,
yes, so, if there are clicks or whatever on a gear or something, we are one click up. Because we are over that $10,000 hurdle, which we had suppressed us for a very long time. And it doesn't look like we're going backwards. As we see us holding right here at 11.4, the ideal of people saying that we're going lower, people are laughing at this, right? That's the sentiment as people are saying 10,000. It's like, oh, no, ha, 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 that's not really happening. We're already pretty low. But what we're seeing here is that we're seeing smart money, institutional money right now is supposedly creating this, if you got a tinfoil hat to put on, through futures markets, even though they're paper derivatives. So I'm still very confused on how all of this happens. But once again, the price of Bitcoin should be higher, right? But take advantage of the opportunity. Can it be suppressed longer? Who knows? What we got. What was the one we watched? Crypto Chico, right?
Yeah,
that's
Chico,
great.
Crypto Chico. I don't remember which day it is
Chico
now.
Crypto.
Yeah.
Talking about how the crash is a setup and that they're going to be trying to park 401k money into cryptocurrencies with all the backwards legislation that's happening right now. Bitcoin is a valuable asset. Everyone and their mother is going to be trying to get their hands on it. It's just this idea of when do you awaken to it?
That is true.
Right? Some people originally awoken to it because of gambling and greed. And they saw that the price of Bitcoin could go up and down 10 to 12% in a day. So they wanted to try to utilize that to make riches, right? Now we're starting to see, as the monetary system starts to fall apart, people are realizing that fiat is going to have a problem here sooner rather than later, especially when we see the debt clock increasing, right? Possibly moving towards negative interest rates, stock market setting all-time highs for absolutely no reason.
That one I don't get. Yeah, yes.
You can see the exodus into stores of value when you see gold setting all-time highs, silver, and Bitcoin. So once again, it's a matter of what's your perspective. Are you here to make some money today because you have to pay your mortgage or whatever, and you think you're going to get rich quick, and you think you're smarter than everyone else, and you know how to play the game, like the guy with the green hammer, right? Talking about Orchid and how he lost a bunch of money with it. Could you even tell me what Orchid is first? Right? What is the cryptocurrency that you're investing in? You're investing in a cryptocurrency here that's supposed to help make a decentralized VPN, but doesn't really have that much of an operating program. And where are you going to get it? Coinbase? I mean, come on. How's that for decentralization? Are you up and running nodes to make this happen? No. Speculating on the future to try to get rich. What we're trying to do with Bitcoin is something different. That's not what we're trying to do. We're all not trying to get rich. We're trying to create a new currency, one that works for everybody, something to replace fiat cash so that we have a currency that's designed for a digital future and the people.
All right. Benjamin says, yes, you hear about the countries auctioning crypto. It happens, but you never hear about the ones who don't pay. If they can't take your wealth without your permission, that puts you in a better place to negotiate from. In some countries, it might. I mean, I've heard of lots of paying off official things. I mean, I don't know.
It's a shade of gray, right? I mean, here in America, I think I'd rather have 5 more years less in prison than just about any amount of money.
I mean, yeah, see, like that.
You can't buy time.
I don't want to go to prison.
Yeah.
Like that's a big one. Like, I really don't. So I don't know.
So how bad's the lighting from here? Because I put the spotlight.
It's not bad.
Does it look like we're going to need some more lighting if we continue with the setup
No,
here?
you should be pretty good. You're golden. You're golden. You're golden and you're golden. Because, you know, you're actually golden and glowy. But, I mean, yeah, no, you're good. You are. I mean, I don't know if we're. No, I don't think it's going to get much, much darker. All right, Paul Rouleau says that he picked up a little more on the dip today.
Nice, Paul Rouleau. That's awesome, my man.
And so did John from Malibu.
John from Malibu, great.
Got paid today, bought today, protocol.
Yep. I mean, if I was looking to accumulate, this would definitely be a spot to accumulate. I'm sure in the next day or two, we will see Bitcoin heading back towards $12,000 and beyond once again. This is not something to be worried about. I mean, my next little bit of news I got written down here is that mining difficulty is up 9% since the halving.
I know.
What this means is when you're looking at the amount of miners, there are more miners out there mining right now. May was the halving? So June, July, August. So 3 months later, 90 days later, and we have more people jumping on board to mine, even though there is half the amount of Bitcoin that you would receive. Talk about investing in your future. I mean, and we've seen the mining operations. I can't get one going here that's worth any wild.
Oh, God, no.
Most people can't. I mean, it takes millions of dollars to get this stuff up off the ground. So how are you going to go out and invest millions of dollars when you see the mining reward cutting in half and be turning on miners? The price of Bitcoin is not relevant today, right? The price of Bitcoin today is a glimpse. at how much people realize the power of decentralization we need in the future, right? Because as we're starting to use Bitcoin as a store of value, as people are starting to come over here and accept this just as much as they are gold and silver, as they see fiat cash falling, it is the power of decentralization, and it's their ability to realize it.
Not even ahead of time. Hello, there's people. But yes, now is still not too late. There is not.
Of course. Now isn't too late, and we see the smart actors making their moves. Warren Buffett moving away from banks, right? MicroStrategy using Bitcoin as their asset of reserve. When you see things like, what was it? All the gold that came out of Wuhan had fake stuff in the middle. Most gold certificates are duplicates and fakes, and there's not enough gold to physically back it. All you have to do is have your private keys. 12, 24 word phrase. It's really not that complicated. It's the ideal of getting the education, understanding what's happening. That's why whenever you hear people talk about this, they talk about how they have hundreds of hours invested into education to understand what's happening. But how many hours of education do you have invested into fiat cash? We've lived our entire lives trying to get it, count it, minus it, multiply it, and budget budget it.
Yeah.
But we're just doing the simple math part. We're not understanding where it comes from, how it's created. Most people are having a hard time understanding and figuring out what passive income is. Their income starts and stops with their 9 to 5, which is out of their control now, right?
Yeah.
Bars are looking like they're never coming back.
Schools are like, ooh, that's going to be fun.
It's fun already. They just started this week. My son is looking at full online classes. They're not having any in-person classes at St. John's.
No, the campus is open. It's better than it was over the summer when it was on complete lockdown. But yeah, there's no classes. There's no classmates. There's no nothing. That's how they're going to go with it. And yet the high school, the middle school, and the elementary school that are literally right here, they all have in-person classes. They are right back at actual school. So, I don't know what.
Well, a lot of those mothers need their babysitter and daycare.
Time. Mm-hmm. I got you. That's when they clean the house. Don't you know?
So what do we got going on in the chat? What are you guys thinking this evening?
Oh, well, Vengeance says that there is no gray about it. It is better to have monetary sovereignty than easily seized wealth stored within a third party. Yes. I'm just saying that if there was a lot of prison, I don't know.
They could have my Bitcoin.
Maybe. They could have at least the one that they know about.
I think it's better. I understand what he's saying. It's more the ideal, say that, even though me and you aren't married, but say me and you are married and we get divorced, Samantha, and we have lots of assets and we're having a bitter divorce, and they're saying you're trying to split things up, right?
Fighting over the. Mm-hmm.
Well, my Bitcoin is not going to count. You're not going to be able to actually take that or seize that from me. So.
And I do. That is.
And it works both ways. You can have Bitcoin too, as it's personal responsibility. Everyone's responsible for their own Bitcoin. It's not something that you can. Because the transaction is a push from your wallet and not a pull from your wallet, it is hard for the third party of the government, the law, the terrorists to be able to exploit it from you. Yes, because now they just, call up your bank and say, hey, freeze his account. Okay, send half of that over to his wife's account. And what can you do about it? Nothing.
Yeah.
When you have your private keys, you control your Bitcoin and no one's doing anything. Unless they're physically holding you down and pressing your finger and, pulling your fingernails off for your password.
The wrench attack and the tortures. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I like the hostage ones too. That makes a lot of sense to me. Okay, I get the ransomware. Apparently people are very paranoid about crap and their personal stuff for some reason, where it's but I get it, right? You lock up their crap, you say you have to pay me money, and they're all like, oh my God, but I can't talk to Megan, my mistress, if I don't have, okay, I guess I will. Yeah, I know. Satoshi James is here.
Satoshi James, nice. Thanks for joining us, buddy.
And the pothead says BTC's future is so bright. We're going to need shades.
I don't know, Samantha. I mean, the last little bit I got here is that once again Binance has made another move. They're opening up here in Florida, so
Yay.
more of that trading.
Yeah, I mean they have a shitload of coins. Like they got a lot. So I get sure.
I mean, we've been talking about it quite a bit recently that we stopped by CoinMarketCap and seen 6,400 coins, and it's like it's just ridiculous. It's going to be part of this next 2020 2021 bubble, right? That everyone's going to pump Bitcoin up. They're going to see the altcoins. They're going to think about the gains. They're going to see the DeFi situation. They're going to be trying to just get rich overnight. And it's always the problem because it's a different message. Getting rich overnight, right? That's great. Everybody would love to be rich. You know, money solves all of our problems. But it's this ideal that doing good for yourself and doing good for everyone, right? That they're competing. If you're going to do good for yourself, then you're not sacrificing of yourself. And to do good for everyone, you have to make sacrifices. So if you're sitting there and you're making money off crypto and Bitcoin, then you're throwing society and the rest of the world under the bus. And that's kind of where I've come to it because, you know, we watched the big gain up. You know, we did take profits. We were able to change our lives a little bit. But now it's that I've been here through it happening. I'm not looking. Yes, money's great. Yes, I'd love more money. But I don't want to see it at the expense of the future of Bitcoin, right? At the expense of putting Bitcoin in everybody's hand in the future to help free us from the fiat slavery. And it's that kind of thinking that we need more people on board with, trying to bring them in with big numbers and, you know, money number go up and there's 3,000 coins you can trade from. And this one's going to go up 20% and this one 4X the week ago. So, hey, you never know, pick your next one. You know, this isn't the same concept. So it's like it's luring people in with apples and then turning around and giving them grapefruit.
Ooh, right? Because grapefruit's not awesome. Okay.
Grapefruit takes work to be good.
A lot of work. My dad likes grapefruit. Yes. Sugar. If you have to sugar a fruit, I'm like, there's a problem. So if we go this late again, I would say that maybe we would need another light because you're kind of having like shadowness go on.
Yeah, because the light's coming from one angle.
But I mean, this is also like actual dark. So
well, it's going to be like this pretty soon. You know, we're heading towards the winter. The clocks will be rolling backwards here in November. So yeah, I mean, this is the first time over here with this setup. I don't know. I thought we'd do it instead of over there with the lights in the background in the standing position.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sitting too, so I like it. Yeah. Okay, so Paul Rouleau says that he was checking the value of his silver holdings on a big precious metal exchange, and they are accepting Bitcoin for silver and gold now.
Nice.
Invention says, yep, some of them have been accepting Bitcoin for quite a while. And Paul Rouleau says he's not sure if they are offering Bitcoin for precious metals, right?
There are some that do.
Like sell your
because I remember way back when we were doing quite a bit with the help desk, some people had come through with that kind of a question about directly mailing their precious metals into a place and getting them to send them Bitcoin. And they were looking for a place that was trusted. And that's hard to find any third party that you can trust.
Dude, I remember, I think it was my grandma, but I don't even know. But I remember where they had the commercials and the radio commercials saying you have broken rings, jewelry, gold, silver, that stuff, envelope and and I remember being 14 and being like, I don't think this is a good idea, for real, and she was like, no, it's okay, and it was just like, okay, I mean, yep. So I will actually find out because I don't even remember because I don't think I cared all that much if she actually even got her money for her random gold envelope or not. The pothead says, I like crypto more than society. Me too.
Yep. We tell you guys all the time, this is the greatest part of our lives. You know, just hanging out with you guys, sitting out here in the backyard.
This makes sense. Everything else seems so fucking random. Just so random. It's I'm sorry, what just happened in Walmart? No, just give me crypto. It is a lot easier.
I mean, when you start to look at the entire system and you don't just look at the small picture of your paycheck and your deposits and your withdrawals, and you look at how the money is made and how it trickles to you, and then how much of it you have to spend on the things to just get by, when technically all you really need are air and water and they're free.
We're all living a lie.
It's this situation of working 40 to 60 hours a week to give up 75 to 80% of your cash to taxes and to paying for stuff that really shouldn't be quite what it is. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is 2020. We should all be able to afford a place to live and it not cost, 2-3 weeks worth of pay.
Should be able to drive a car that, is like safe.
I mean,
reliable.
I don't think you can really buy a truck under $90,000 nowadays, it seems like. And I just, that one is very hard to really understand.
I mean, yes, there should be a few things that, it shouldn't take every single ounce of your essence to be able to afford them.
I mean, and then when you look at things like, they say that to live here in Florida, I can usually only compare from what I got going on, is that I've read it many times that you need to make $25 an hour in order to have a decent life, right? To pay the bills and everything. Most jobs here in Florida pay $10 an hour.
Oh, and that's there is the minimum wage, which is like 8 something. I don't even know. Yes, like $8.65.
So it's just that when you can come right out and everyone can say you need to make $25 an hour, 75% of the people out here in Florida are not making $25 an hour. So
yeah, right off the bat, you're screwed. Yes, where it's and then if you're starting at $10 an hour and that's on a good day, on a good job, how long does it take you to get to 25? Okay, for real?
Well, then you start looking at people pairing up and extended families living together to try to get by.
Yes, because that was a lot of when I was in housekeeping and stuff. A lot of them were Spanish, and they really, they were living with their husband and their children, with their husband's parents, and there was another sister or your brother or something, and it was oh, but you're driving a brand new, yeah, okay, and I see how this is breaking up better because you have 15 adults that are all bringing in money. But still, how does that, I guess it probably does make you feel a little bit better about working your butt off, but still.
Well, when you're working your butt off, you're never really home.
Right. That's true too.
I don't know. It all just, to me, it seems like that was one of the greatest things about coming to crypto, is that I was able to step back from the fiat system, and it helped me focus more into the ideal of, it's always been about family to me. I don't really want to go out and go anywhere, because why? That's not my land that I'm trying to develop. That's not my family that I'm trying to build good relationships with. That isn't, I'm in contact with Mother Nature here. So what am I to gain by going out? Besides fiat cash, right? Of course, you go out and get money and you spend money and bring back supplies, but most of the things that you desire, or I desire, are here. And going to work takes you away from all of that, and then makes you tired when you are here, which keeps you from doing and having the energy to spend with the people and the animals and plants and all that you love. It's a backward system. You only get one day at a time, and you don't know how many of them you're going to get. So this endless pursuit of not enough fiat cash that I'm constantly trading my time for is not conducive to me getting the ultimate desire, which is, a good place with me and Samantha, a good place with me and my land, all of these animals around here that depend on me and my relationship with them.
Paul Rulo says, in New York, we have taxes and fees on our taxes and fees. Oh, and John from Malibu says, California is the highest in the nation. Oh, I believe that.
Yeah, I believe that one too.
For sure. Between all of the rebuilding you have to do from all of the natural disastery things that seem to hit California, and then you have celebrities. You have all of it. I am sure that is I don't even want to know what a teeny tiny crap house would be in California.
I don't know. Personally, I got my fingers crossed that they all give us universal basic income, and me and you can go schooly around the United States in our bus.
I mean, that would be awesome.
That's exactly what I'd do if they gave us universal income.
You know how many donkeys I would touch? I would, like, every state that we'd have to pull off to the side and touch a rando donkey. Oh, yeah.
All right, so what do we got going on in the chat? I think we'll be closing down this episode here as soon as we're getting very far off a topic and way off into the weeds.
My donkey love, yeah, they're super smart. Okay, so we got nothing.
We got nothing?
Nothing.
Well, I really appreciate you guys coming out here and hanging out with us this evening. Sorry about the lighting. We're working on the new setup. I mean, still trying to get out here, right, Samantha?
Yeah.
Still trying to continue to spread awareness. We're eyeing 2021. I mean, it seems like COVID's never going to end. So hopefully, I don't know what they're going to do, but hopefully they'll bring back concerts one way or another. If they do, we'll get out there. We'll pass out flyers as we've been intending to. We're definitely stocked for it now with the bus.
I'm thinking even if they do, like how you were saying, that the VIP platform, so everybody's super far away, we just like shove a flyer on every platform somehow. Now that might be a little bit more like breaking the law-ish. I'm not sure. But yeah, like, you know, make it happen no matter what. I don't know. It is stupid that it is very unsure on a lot of stuff.
I don't know. I've thought about, since we have the bus, I was thinking about if we could get a projector and put it on the, like, and set it on the back and project like Bitcoin and then like something.
Yeah, right. Like scrolly hologrammy something.
Right.
Things, right.
And like at events, you know, there has to be a wall or trees or the sky or something. If I got a good enough projector that I'd be able to project, you know, the Bitcoin symbol and some information.
Ooh, the bat symbol.
Well, I mean, that way it also, it depends on how social distancing it is. I'm just like everyone else, you know, I'm trying to figure out what life's going to be like if this does continue on and how to integrate it into my standard life. We've been talking about how to start figuring out how to disinfect cars if people want it. You know, we had our first customer today where they were somewhat concerned for the fact that we didn't have a mask on and we didn't have gloves on while we were detailing their car. And personally, I've been trying to figure out what to do. And they make UV wand lights that you can hold for a period of time over a surface, and it kills, you know, germs and everything.
That's how they disinfect a lot of like city waters and stuff. Yeah,
but it takes time, and you'd have to charge more money if you spend more time, right? Especially if you got to sit in there and wave your wand over everything. But
I know, wave your wand.
Once again, Eugene's thinking, and you can build a box and you could mount a light on it. You could put it in the vehicle and turn it on while you're washing the outside and let it run, since a light bulb spans 360. But I'd have to build one, and that's an investment.
Like disco ball UV, like,
well, there'd be like some sort of a power box in the middle, and you'd have two lights that stuck off the end, and since they're just long bulbs, the light would go 360, so it'd be towards the front of the car and the back of the car.
Oh, Vention's in on the moving BTC logo. He said that would be pretty cool.
All right. Well, not when we're moving, because these events are 3 days.
Scrolling.
Scrolling. Yeah. Say, now while we're driving down the road, I don't know how that would go.
I don't know if that's illegal. Like, you know how like all those, like, there's certain colors that you are like not allowed to like interpret at all. Like, yes, like the blues and the reds and the whites.
Oh yeah. Like you can't have flashing red lights on a car.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yes, I don't think they'd be cool with the like.
It's just flashing orange. I mean, orange is just safety. All right, guys. I really appreciate you coming out here and hanging out with me this evening, bouncing ideas around, thinking about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Don't get depressed about the price. It's really not that big of a deal. Just hang out here in the cryptocurrency space a little bit longer. $1,000 price up and downs in a day or two, or in a day. It gets to be common occurrence, right? We're moving onwards and upwards. Decentralization is greater than it's ever been before, as we see the mining difficulty up 9% and more people hopping on board, right? The price is far from the $700 that was pre-last halving when we got into this. We are eyeing 250K at some point. It's just, you know, what's a dollar going to be worth at that point? It's all about adoption. It's all about converting people over to Bitcoin. And just talking about it is the best way we can do this. So we're going to keep getting out here. We're going to keep doing what we can do. So hopefully we'll see you again in 3 days. You got any last words, Samantha?
No.
All right, guys. Take it easy. Stay safe. Remember to keep that BTC safe. Later, guys.
Bye, guys. All right.